The same chemical compound that strips decades of oil stains from your concrete driveway is listed as an ingredient in Lucky Charms cereal. A 1-pound bag costs $4.87 at Home Depot. It dissolves grease at the molecular level by converting oil into water-soluble soap. Not metaphorically, the phosphate ions react with fatty acids and saponify them into compounds you can rinse away with a garden hose. The oil does not get pushed around, it does not get masked. It gets chemically dismantled. The pressure washing industry generated $1.2 billion in 2023, doing what this powder does for under $8. You were never supposed to know that. Welcome to Repair Index. If you found videos like this interesting, subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss stories like this again. When this compound contacts grease or oil on your concrete, the phosphate ions interact with the fatty acid molecules in the stain. They saponify them. That means they chemically convert the grease into a soap-like substance that dissolves in water. Your concrete is porous. Oil soaks into those pores over months and years. The solution follows it in, breaks the molecular bonds, and converts the oil into something your garden hose can wash away. No other affordable household product performs this specific chemical reaction on concrete. Here is what you need from the hardware store. 1 bag of the powder, 1 plastic bucket, 1 stiff bristled nylon brush, rubber gloves, safety glasses. That is the complete kit. Your total cost is under $8. Sweep your concrete with a stiff broom first. Wet the surface with a garden hose. Dissolve 1/4 cup of powder per gallon of hot water in a plastic bucket for general cleaning. For heavy degreasing, use 1/2 cup per gallon. Stir until fully dissolved. Apply with the nylon brush. Scrub the stained area. Let it sit for 10 to 15 minutes on heavy stains. Rinse completely with clean water. Never use a wire brush. Steel bristles leave particles that cause rust stains on your concrete. For old oil stains that have soaked deep into the pores, the paste method works better. Mix 1 ounce of powder with 1 cup of warm water. Add 1/2 cup of talcum powder, baby powder, or finely ground cat litter to make a smooth paste. Spread it over the oil stain with a trowel. The compound soaks into the concrete, breaks the oil apart, and the absorbent material draws the dissolved grease upward and out of the pores. Once the paste dries, scrape and sweep it away. Old stains may need 2 or 3 applications, but you are pulling the oil out of the concrete, not pushing it deeper the way a pressure washer does. For mold and mildew on your concrete, mix 1/4 cup of the powder with 1 quart of household bleach per gallon of water. Apply, scrub, rinse. Wear a respirator with this combination and work in open air. Now here is what happened to this product. Trisodium phosphate was the dominant cleaning agent in American households and industry for most of the 20th century. It was in your laundry detergent, it was in your dishwasher soap, it was the standard degreaser in meatpacking plants, automotive shops, paint preparation, and military boiler maintenance. It cleaned engine blocks, warehouse floors, and commercial kitchen equipment. It was the product professional painters reached for before every exterior recoating job. In the 1960s, scientists established that phosphates in waterways caused eutrophication, excessive algae growth that depleted oxygen and killed aquatic ecosystems. Lake Erie became the symbol of the problem. States began banning phosphates in laundry detergent in the early 1970s. Connecticut, Indiana, and New York went first. By 1995, 17 states had bans covering 42% of the US population. But here's the part you were not told. The detergent industry fought these bans from inside the government. In April 1970, President Nixon created the National Industrial Pollution Control Council. It operated in secrecy. It gave the detergent industry direct access to the EPA, the White House, and the Surgeon General. On September 15, 1971, the EPA, the Council on Environmental Quality, and the Surgeon General held a joint press conference. They urged communities to reconsider phosphate bans. They urged consumers to keep using phosphate detergents. Lever Brothers immediately ran advertisements quoting the Surgeon General. Congress responded with hearings and a report titled Phosphates in Detergents, Government Action and Public Confusion. The bans eventually went through, but they applied to formulated consumer products, detergents, soaps, and pre-mixed cleaners. The raw powder itself was never banned. It is still legal to buy in all 50 states. You can walk into a hardware store today and purchase it, The confusion between the detergent ban and the standalone product is what made it disappear from your awareness. And here is the number that exposes the entire framework. Agricultural runoff accounts for 95% of all phosphate consumption entering US waterways, according to University of Massachusetts researcher David Kaiser. The 1972 Clean Water Act does not regulate agricultural phosphate pollution at all. Kaiser described the household bans as similar to a climate policy that tries to control carbon dioxide without regulating the burning of fossil fuels. A 2014 Vermont case study found that even after restricting household phosphates, phosphate levels in Lake Champlain actually increased slightly due to agricultural and stormwater sources. Your household use was never the real problem, but your household products were the only ones that got restricted. What filled the gap was profit. The pressure washing services industry hit $1.2 billion in revenue in 2023, growing at 5.7% per year. Over 28,000 businesses now offer these services. Driveway cleaning is the most requested residential job. 35% of all residential bookings. The average American household spends $450 per year on pressure washing. A standard two-car driveway costs $155 to $320 to clean professionally. Here is what your money buys. A pressure washer pushes water at high velocity across the surface. It moves dirt and grime effectively. But oil that is soaked into porous concrete does not respond to water pressure. The water pushes some of the oil deeper into the pores. The powder does what no pressure washer can. It follows the oil into the pore, chemically converts it, and lets an absorbent draw it back out. The $4.87 bag performs a chemical reaction. The $300 service call performs a rinse. Now here's what you need to know about safety because this matters. The solution has a pH of 12 to 13. That is comparable to ammonia or bleach. Rubber gloves are not optional. Safety glasses are not optional. A ventilation mask is recommended when mixing the dry powder to avoid inhaling alkaline dust. It will irritate your skin on contact. It can damage your eyes. Do not mix it with other cleaning chemicals, especially acids. Do not use it on glass, it etches the surface. Do not use it on aluminum, it corrodes. Do not use it on grout, sealed concrete, or any lacquered finish. Test a small area first, always. If you use the compound outdoors, contain your rinse water, direct it onto gravel or soil, not into storm drains that feed local waterways. Phosphates in concentrated runoff do cause algal blooms in lakes and streams. Your individual use is negligible compared to agriculture, but responsible practice still matters. For indoor use, basement floors, garage interiors, there is essentially no environmental runoff concern. One more thing you should know. In some states, your local Home Depot or Lowe's may only stock a phosphate-free substitute. These substitutes use sodium carbonate and zeolites. They are measurably less effective for heavy-duty degreasing. Read the label. If it says substitute or phosphate-free, it is not the same product and it will not perform the same chemical reaction on your concrete. Check Ace Hardware or order the real compound online where it ships to every state without restriction. The same compound that degreases your driveway for $4.87 has been an FDA-approved food additive in your cereals since the 1950s. It sits in Lucky Charms and Cheerios as a pH regulator at concentrations 100 to 1,000 times lower than the cleaning solution. The FDA classifies it as generally recognized as safe. A Change.org petition collected over 1,350 signatures demanding General Mills remove it. The FDA's food safety hotline reported the panicked calls came in waves. Same chemical, different dose, different context. And a $1.2 billion pressure washing industry that would rather you never made the connection. Your driveway was designed to get dirty. The industry was designed to charge you for it. And a $4.87 bag of powder that performs the same chemistry has been sitting on a hardware store shelf the entire time.